Imagine fighting a war that ended 3 decades ago. No orders, no backup, no idea the world moved on. This is the story of Hiroo Onoda, the Japanese soldier who held out in the Philippine jungle for 29 years, refusing to believe World War II was over. This isn't fiction, it happened, and his loyalty, survival, and resistance stunned the entire world. Hiroo Onoda was born in Japan in 1922. At age 20, he joined the Imperial Japanese Army and trained as an intelligence officer specializing in guerrilla warfare. In December 1944, as Japan was losing ground, Onoda was deployed to Lubang Island in the Philippines. His mission? Sabotage enemy operations, gather intel, and most importantly, never surrender. Ever. His superiors told him, "You are absolutely forbidden to die by your own hand. It may take 3 years, it may take 5, but whatever happens, we will come back for you." And Onoda took those words to heart. When American forces arrived in early 1945, most of the Japanese troops surrendered or were killed. But Onoda and 3 other soldiers disappeared into the jungle. They believed the war raged on. They attacked local police, sabotaged crops, and lived off the land. The Philippine government assumed they were bandits, but they were still fighting World War II. In the years that followed, leaflets were dropped from planes telling them the war was over. Newspapers, family letters, even loudspeakers blared the news. But Onoda dismissed it all as Allied trickery. He watched the world move on, but stayed frozen in time, carrying out the last order he had ever received. Time passed. One of his companions surrendered in 1950. Another was killed in a skirmish in 1954. The last was shot by police in 1972. By then, Onoda was alone, still in uniform, still patrolling, still sharpening his blade in the jungle. He repaired his rifle with spare parts, kept his ammunition dry, and avoided all signs of civilization. Locals feared him, soldiers hunted for him. But he outlasted them all. He saw jet planes, radios, and modern clothing, but none of it could convince him. His country had told him to wait, so he waited. In 1974, a young Japanese traveler named Norio Suzuki went searching for a panda, Hiroo Onoda, and the abominable snowman, in that order. Amazingly, he found Onoda in the jungle and befriended him. But Onoda still refused to surrender, not without orders. So Suzuki returned to Japan and convinced the government to find Onoda's former commander, now a civilian bookseller. In March 1974, that man traveled to the island and formally relieved Onoda of duty. Only then did Onoda lay down his rifle and salute. When Onoda returned to Japan, he was greeted as a hero by some and with discomfort by others. Many admired his loyalty and discipline. Others questioned the years of violence, especially against locals. He struggled to adjust to modern life and later moved to Brazil for several years before returning to Japan permanently. Until his death in 2014, Hiroo Onoda remained a symbol of devotion and the haunting legacy of war. Onoda's story forces us to ask, what does loyalty look like when it defies reality? He obeyed one final command and let it define his life. Right or wrong, he believed he was doing his duty. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more untold military history, and comment what military mysteries you want to next. Until next time, stay curious.